This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
Lions fans, One Pride family, what's going on? It's your boy King, man. Listen, today, my first day at camp, wow. All I can say is wow. I mean, great attendance there, pretty hot day, but we had so many highlight plays to talk about. I'm going to break them all down for you guys. Let's dig in. Fans. So once again, shout out to BetUS, my new sponsor for the entire season. Also shout out to my family over at Lions Nation Unite. Make sure you guys are following them on all social media. They're going to be doing a lot with Lions Nation Unite as well this season. It's going to be fun, right? So training camp, my first day. You know, I love to give my perspective on training camp. You can only get so much from reading reports and, you know, the regurgitated information that you get out there from sources, right? Well, it's a little bit different when you're sitting there and you can put everything up under a microscope that you want to see, right? That's why I do this training camp thing every year, and I try to give you guys as much detail on what I'm seeing out there on the field, what actually matters out there on the field, things that I believe that translate to the regular season, especially when we add new players to our roster, whether they're trades or free agency or either drafted players, whatever it is. I try to give you guys as much information on them as possible. Well, today I got a lot of it. More of it than I thought I would get. Man, my pages are filled with information, so I'm going to try to keep this thing, you know, crunched down a little bit. I don't want to make this video too long for you guys, but wow. I almost fanned out today at camp. I mean, I was in great attendance, obviously, with my brothers, man, from my brother Big Willie and Wiseman over at DSN, Easy from Woodward Heavyweights, Dose of Dion, my man Juan from Culture Detroit. We all was there, you know, in the crowd together. Even my co-worker, shout out to my boy Martez. We had fun. We had fun, man. And I want to say I appreciate everybody who walked up and said what's up today. You know, all the everybody who spoke today, you know, that's always fun. Like I said, tomorrow will be the video where we get the, you know, the pictures and all of the other, you know, everything else. But today we're going to talk some football. So first and foremost, deal, right? Taylor Decker, before practice started, the news broke on him for 97.1 by Brad Holmes, saying that they signed him to a 3-year deal, which was $60 million, and they're also working on a deal with Olympic Neal. So that's what you want to see. Our trenches are the heart and soul of this team. Both sides of the football, we need to take care of our guys. This is why you structure the roster the way that you do if you're Brad Holmes, to make sure you can pay your guys. And when other players see that around the league, it makes them want to come here and play for this organization because, hey, at least I know I'm getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So everything is up under a microscope in this league. You got a lot of players right now that's pretty pissed off that they can't get a contract done. So with that said, that was the news that broke before practice. All right, starting out with practice, wide receiver drills. Jumped right into the wide receiver drills, man. J-Mo this year, he has his own aura out there on the field. Literally everything he did, the crowd exploded out there. He's so much more fluent in his movement out there. It's night and day compared to last season. It is really that big of a jump. He is so much more fluid. His routes look crisp. He did not drop one pass today. He caught every single pass today. Yeah, and when you seen him and Amon-Ra St. Brown out there, you know, he's tagging along with Amon-Ra. You know, where Amon-Ra goes, J-Mo goes. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to see. You want to follow your veteran, right? You want to follow someone who's a star in this league. So, you know, I've been loving everything that I've been hearing about him, but to see it today was just different. It was just different, man. He's so fast, man. He's just going to take our offense to an entire different level. So, yeah, J-Mo. That's J-Mo, right? DPJ looked noticeably stronger to me today. Bigger, looked a little bit more bulkier. Didn't lose any speed, though. But, you know, they was running some receiver drills against some of the DBs, man. It was noticeable how much stronger he is. Those guys, they were bouncing off him, you know, like bowling pins. So today was the first padded practice, and we got to see some tackling and some hitting out there. Nothing too intense, but, you know, when we seen the receivers versus the DBs, it got a little chippy out there. Kirby Joseph, shout out to you. But yeah, man, J-Mo, fast as hell. DPJ caught everything out there, looked pretty good, you know, in the first drill. So moving on to the tight ends. Tight ends, nothing new, right? But what I did notice was Hendon Hooker was sailing the football. The ball was sailing like right over guys. And, you know, it was kind of a trend throughout practice. He had his ups and he had his downs, you know what I'm saying? In that drill, it was the downs. You know, it was like on 3 straight passes, the ball sailed right over the guy. So I don't know if it was communication between him and the receiver when they was running a route, but yeah, the ball was sailing. So, but there's times at practice where he looked absolutely amazing, which we'll talk about a little bit later in this video, right? But in the one-on-one drills, wide receivers versus the DBs, first guy I noticed right away, Robertson, was an absolute beast out there. Absolute beast. Him and Rakestraw were the stickiest things I've seen at a camp. They were literally step by step with guys out there. It's going to be a great competition in that secondary. Of course, we're not getting an opportunity to see Branch right now, but we already know what he is. He did some individual drills in the back. But it's going to be interesting because we got some talented guys, man. And it's good to have this type of depth. And it's good of the, you know, the turnover going from the guys with, you know, the Jerry Jacobs, who was with the Rams right now. But, yeah, Rakestraw. Man, Melifonwu, Gilmore was another one, stood out today. Like I said, it's a night and day difference from last season. The defense, the secondary was nasty. They were nasty today. They were not letting everything go. They were not going. They yeah. They were very nasty today. Man. So, as far as our guy, Terrion Arnold, what did I see today from Terrion? Well, I saw ups and downs. Obviously not easy covers. You're going against the top guys in the offense. So Amon-Ra St. Brown is not an easy cover for anyone in this league, period. But I did see in a couple of the drills where, you know, where Terrion hit the ground, guy hit him with a move. As a matter of fact, it was DPJ. Hit him with a move, and, man, he hit the ground. He hit the ground trying to keep up with DPJ, man. So, but then you saw moments when, you know, you seen the pass breakups and things like that. So Terrion, you know, definitely had a tough battle out there. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you're going against the top guys, man. It's not going to be easy. You're going against J-Mo. You got to deal with that speed, which he did a pretty good job against J-Mo. You know, Carlton Davis also did a pretty good job against J-Mo. He had a pass breakup against him. But, yeah, J-Mo definitely was in the world of his own. So, besides those couple of plays, I mean, nothing that you don't expect to see. Nothing that you don't expect to see. You expect to see it going back and forth when you have an offense like we have and you have this defense now that we have. It's going to be back and forth. No interceptions today. Couple of close calls, right? But no real interception. Sudfield threw an interception. I'm not reporting on Sudfield. But, you know, for what it was worth, just pass breakups. No picks today. which I thought was interesting. I thought I definitely would have seen at least a pick or two out there, but those quarterbacks were, let's be honest, they were very careful out there in their decision making. Very careful. You didn't see too many long balls out there. You may have seen a couple of J-Mo and Amon-Ra, but you didn't see too many long balls. There was a lot of across the middle going on, a lot of check downs when it came to the number 2 and 3 quarterbacks. So, yeah, that's what I would expect to see. Hopefully tomorrow we see that ball fly a little bit more. So a lot of Jared Goff chants going on in the crowd constantly today. Even a Martha Ford chant, which was interesting. I'm like, how y'all gonna chant Martha Ford? You didn't even chant for Sheila yet. So it's whatever. That's that. But yeah, Gilmore is the guy who did have the pick against Sudfield today. But yeah, Terrion definitely redeemed himself. I put a star by that. He redeemed himself, man, because he started to get real sticky out there. And you can tell that the competitive nature was taking over. He got a little bit chippy out there, especially in the one-on-one drills where they were allowed to tackle. Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk D-line versus O-line. Broderick Martin. Broderick Martin obviously transformed his body, but it's very noticeable that he's ready to go this season. He is ready to go this season. He looked great out there today. Yeah, number 99 was doing his thing out there. I noticed him. I noticed Wingo. I also noticed on the offensive side of the ball, Manu. I wanted to see Manu in person. But Giovanni was big out there. He's definitely big out there. You can tell they're definitely putting some technique into him because his feet are moving. They're moving a little bit better. His hand placements look a little bit better. There was a play where I believe was that Decker or Ragnow? I believe it was. Ragnow where Ragnow came around. He switched. They did this little switch thing, man, and he took a guy and pushed him right in the ground. So, big dude. We know he can move people. We know he can run guys over. It was just, the technique and being able to move his feet. Learning how to play the position. That's what you want to see. He's going to be a work in progress. This is practice, right? They're not going full tilt at each other. But for what it was worth today, Manu looked pretty good. Looked pretty good out there. You can definitely tell he made progress. But yeah, impressive. He moved around a little bit on the line, played mostly left tackle, but yeah, interesting to see, right? Aiden Hutchinson had a strip sack today. So I count them strip sacks, even though they can't tackle the quarterback. If you're back there and you got to kind of release and let back because you can't hit the quarterback, and we seen Aiden Hutchinson raise his arm like he was going to swipe at the ball, but then he obviously had to pull back. But I counted that as a strip sack. Also, Rodrigo, man, in those drills was nasty. Putting guys into the ground, literally putting guys into the ground like he was still wrestling. Yeah, like I said, a lot of feistiness out there. A whole lot of feistiness. 11 on 11's first team. Let's see, we had a reverse play with J-Mo. It almost looked similar to the one where J-Mo took it to the house and dove into the end zone. I mean, just fluent. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to catch you. So if that was, the real deal, he definitely would have took that to the house. Amon-Ra St. Brown took one to the house. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, another notable guy was Knight at running back. Runs very, very hard. Running back room is definitely going to be solid. But yeah, I mean, just strong and ran hard. I mean, just, man, definitely couldn't tackle him. So yeah, until those whistles blew, he was running. So, but that was one of the few guys that was able to do a little bit in that running game, man, because they was doing some stuffing. Lynn McNeil and them guys out there wasn't allowing nobody to really get through them holes. They were stuffing, and it was beautiful. Obviously, nobody can run against our defense. That's one of the things that we had going for ourselves. Yeah, I don't think it's going to get any bit better. with guys like Broderick and guys like Onzarike and, you know, all these guys that's available now to help out. And of course we got Reader when he comes back. Yeah, running the football against the Lions is not going to be an easy task for anybody. So yeah, definitely noted. Yeah, but yeah, I already mentioned Carlton pass breakup versus J-Mo. Yeah, and pretty much just fed Amon-Ra St. Brown at the end of practice, man. Let him drive him down the field, and they wrapped up practice from there. So that was it as far as the notes. Very interesting day one. Very interesting day one. I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning, man. I just, you know, I can't wait until we get into preseason and we get into the regular season, because this is going to be a heck of a year for this team. You can tell that the hunger is still there. The work ethic is still there. That's why we draft specific type of guys like that. So shout out to Brad Holmes for that. But yeah, I absolutely was impressed today with everything I seen. And for you guys that did partake in training camp, I'm probably sure you're feeling a lot of what I'm saying. So, but there you have it. That was day one for me at training camp. And we'll be there all this week. So yeah, let's have some fun, man. With that said, make sure you smash the like button for your boy and share this content on social media. It helps me out and it helps the algorithm. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.